What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to Abrams Reacts. Today we have our first album review video. I'm so excited for this, as I'm sure you guys are aware. So, Slaves is definitely top three um, all-time favorite bands for me. And they just dropped their new album called To Better Days last night. So, quick quick thing. I just got back from the eye doctor about an hour ago, so my eyes are dilated, so that's why I don't have the big bright light on. So if the lighting's a little off in this video, or if I'm, struggling to read something or something for some reason, that is why. But I had to get this video out because this album is fantastic. So I've already listened through this album multiple times. It's been on repeat all day long. So this isn't necessarily a genuine reaction, but I'm going to skip through some of the songs, probably more of the newer songs, not necessarily the singles, just because, those have been out for a while. And if you want to see my reactions to, I've done, I believe, two or three Slave songs, you can go ahead and check those out on my channel. But I'm going to be skipping through some of their newer stuff that they released on the album last night, kind of point out what I like. I do not think there's a bad song on this album. Maybe I'm just biased, but I am really, really rocking with this. Um, I'm so happy with how this album turned out. I know I'm sounding like I wrote it, but it lived up to its hype. Um, I watched an interview with Matt, um, which was filmed about a month ago, but I watched it the other day, and he said that this album's actually been like recorded and done for since last summer. So we've really waited a long time for this. I've been waiting forever for this, and it definitely lived up to the hype. It did not disappoint at all. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna jump into it. So up first, the song was "To Better Days." Uh, this is a short little intro track, and I heard this actually. They had a record release live stream Thursday night where they played, a bunch of their songs live, and they even played a new song off the album. And so I heard this. I didn't actually think that it would be on the album. I just thought that it would be, it was just being used as like a just like a transition thing in between songs, so they can drink water, take a break, whatever. But it actually ended up on the album, and I'm really, really happy for it. Um, so like I'll just let it run and play here. It's just a nice little instrumental with some background vocals going. I'm gonna skip ahead. It's playing some like vocals from all their songs, or not all their songs, some of their songs on the album, and it leads into Prayers. And prior to the album being released, Prayers as a single, I wasn't a huge fan of. I definitely liked it. I liked it, and it was good, but it wasn't my favorite. But this whole intro track completely changes Prayers for me as a song. It adds so much more hype, and it is a perfect Kickstarter for this album to lead right into it. Um, it's very well written, and it builds up that energy right for the kick into Prayers. And I'm really glad that it actually ended up on the album because it leads in right like that, and then you just right into Prayers. So Prayers for me was, like I said, it wasn't my favorite single. However, my love for the song has grown tremendously since the album's release. Just skipping around. Um, the vocals really good. The one thing that I'm not a huge fan of is the little higher pitched background vocals or whatever it is. That I don't want to say it's obnoxious or that it kills the track because it definitely doesn't. I think that personally for me it's maybe a little bit overused. Um, but I see why it was added, and it definitely does not hurt the track for me. I still love the track, and as I listen to it more and more, I'm loving it even more. So, Prayers for me was a really good track. Matt's vocals on the chorus were very good. If I can, here's the chorus. Trying to find the chorus. Sorry, this is my first album review I've done, so if it's a little choppy, I apologize. And if I'm rubbing my eyes a lot, I apologize. They're still dilated, so we can't see as well as normal. But yeah, so anyways, Matt on the chorus here is super good. Um, the guitars are going super hard, and this is overall just a very fantastic song. I really love that part too. That's killer. So good. So Prayers for me was really good. Um, liked it a lot, and then we move forward into the first song. that wasn't released as a single, so this one was new on the album. I guess not counting To Better Days. Um, I like this one a lot actually. It caught me off guard, and what I really like about this song is I haven't done any reaction videos yet, but I am a huge fan of the band Issues. With Tyler Carter is their vocalist and stuff. And I really like Issues' guitar style and how it's it's super heavy and they're really low tuned and stuff. And when I was listening to this for the first time, when I was listening to Witch Hunt, I got super strong Issues vibes from it, and it's kind of like the best of both worlds for me because Issues is one of my favorite bands, Slaves is one of my favorite bands, and this to me is a perfect mix. Um, Whether or not they were trying to, um, you know, I can't think of the word, try and grab that style or that sound that Issues is so well known for and trying to put it into their own, or whether this is just the way it turned out. I really like it. If we skip ahead here um, to the chorus, it's the way the guitars are tuned and the way that the guitar parts are written that really gives me Issues vibes. And Matt is fantastic on this. I mean, the whole band is fantastic through the entire album. Matt's fantastic the entire album. But this song really kind of gives me Issues vibes, and I'm a really big fan of that. So Witch Hunt was very good. It was a nice surprise. It was heavier than I'd say most of their stuff on this album. Um, but that's one of the things that I really like about this album and that this band is they go heavy, but they never go too heavy. Um, so as we move forward here, we go to Talk to a Friend, which has been out for a while, and I'm sure all Slaves fans that are watching this have heard this song by now. This is one of the top songs on this album. Just the way that the lyrics are written, the lyrics are fantastic, especially the second verse where, they're singing, ask 5 questions, and then he goes, or I'll spend the next 5 lines asking uh, questions, and then he spends the next 5 lines in the song asking 5 different questions. So it's like galaxy brain lyricism, and the instrumentals and everything is super well done, super well mixed on this track, and it's honestly just it's a perfect mix, honestly. Again, and so I believe this is their top stream song on Spotify right now, off of this new album, which it is. Um, this one has 2.8, almost 3 million streams already, and it's only been out a couple months. So this one's doing very well. It's a very big, uh, I mean, fans love it, and they have reason to. It's a very good song. So we'll move forward here. Eye Opener. This was originally my favorite on the album, just because of like the pre-chorus and the chorus with Matt's vocals and the whole vibe that this song gives off. Um, that changed once I listened to the album. But this is probably my second favorite song on the album, to be honest. It's just super good. I really like the drums on this song. I really like um, Matt's vocals on this, especially right here. This whole pre-chorus is what sold me on this song and really what sold me on this album. Um, and it really, to be honest, sold me on Matt as well. I was loving Matt prior to this song coming out, but when they released this is, when it really hit me like, okay, like they better keep this dude in the band because he fits in so incredibly well. Um, and I hope they do. I don't know if they've said anything, but I've seen some interviews and they're like, um, from what I've heard, it doesn't seem like they've necessarily come out and say like, yeah, he's sticking with the band. Like they've said they wanted him to come do this album, but I don't know if he's staying with the band. I hope he does because he fits in so incredibly well. Um, but I guess we'll have to find out uh, as time moves forward. So we moved to Bury a Lie. Bury a Lie was I remember seeing the teaser for this on Instagram back in January, and I was so hyped for this one, and it didn't let me down. This one's more on the heavier side, um, so if you like that, you'll really like this track. I'll try and jump to the chorus here. It's heavier. Matt he's going off in this track, as he does in all of them, but there's a little more heaviness to it. Um, But yeah, the whole instrumentals are here in this song are insane. Goes off, and it matches the lyrics very well. Nothing to hate on that song. It's that one always goes by quick for me, but it's very good, and I think it's definitely underrated. Um, yeah, I don't have much to say about Barry Alive, to be honest. It's very good, and yeah. So we'll move forward. Heavier. Heavier is interesting because Heavier, the single, which was released over a year ago, so this was released in July 26th, is different from Heavier on the album. The mixing is different. Something is different about the sound on the album, and I actually like the single version better. I can't pinpoint what is changed, but the sound is different, and it's pretty evident when you listen to the two. Um, I personally like the single better. I just think it sounds cleaner. I think that as I go and I listen to the version on the album, that it's almost too layered. I think that Matt almost sounds it doesn't sound authentic on the album. It sounds like his voice has been altered on the album. So I like the song regardless. I think that when I play through the album though, I'm gonna choose the single version better, or I'm gonna choose the single version over the album version. But you can't go wrong with listening to either one, um, as they're both fantastic. So we'll move forward to Footprints, which is another new one on the album. This one really caught me off guard. This one really caught me off guard. I did not expect any acoustic songs on the album at all, so this was a very pleasant surprise. I know a couple of my friends really like this one as well, um, and it makes me want them to have a deluxe version of the album. And ideally, what the deluxe version of this album would look to me is the album, all the songs in the album, plus a couple more acoustic songs, plus maybe like two or three songs re-recorded in the studio off of the album Beautiful Death. I think that they could do that. I think that would be so incredibly awesome. I think the fans would love it and it would be awesome. But Footprints was a beautiful song. It really, really showcased um, Matt's voice, how talented he is, and then it also showed how talented the guys are playing the instruments. And it shows their diversity where they can switch from, super heavy stuff to a nice, slower, um, relaxed acoustic vibe. And that's what good bands do. They don't just stick to one sound. They have versatility, and that's one of the reasons why I really do like this band so much. So move forward, Cursed. I saw this teasered yesterday. It was actually teasered on Instagram, and I caught it, and then it was deleted later. Cursed, I think, is my favorite song on the album. I thought it was going to be Eye Opener when Eye Opener was released, but I think it's Cursed. The chorus is just so, so good and it's so catchy. The guitars in this track are fantastic. The bass in my car goes off. Colin completely killed the bass part in this. Um, like the whole band is such a cohesive unit and they're so good and they're so talented. Um, and this is their sound. So if I had a friend that hadn't listened to Slaves before, I would probably give them this song to listen to because I think this is their peak sound. Um, the chorus for me is so amazing on this song. So it's so good. And the music video is dope too, just black and white the whole time. And this whole groove they got going. The song's so good. So, 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 so good. If you haven't heard Cursed, definitely recommend it. If you haven't heard the album, go ahead, support these guys, listen all the way through it because they give their all in this album and it is so incredibly fantastic. So we're gonna keep going. Wasting My Youth was super, super fantastic. I think as I've played it more, I've possibly burned myself out of it a little bit just because I've listened to it so much, but it's so, so good. And the chorus is fantastic. And for me, the chorus is super, super relatable. Um, it's just it's perfect. It is. They're so good. Music video's dope. It sounds so good. And one of the other things that I really do appreciate of this band is how much effort and work they put into this. I mean, they cranked out, what was it? I think 7 music videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 music videos. 8 music videos. That is on top of writing the songs and recording them, and they were out on shows last summer and all this stuff. Like that's crazy. That's so much effort into this, and it's appreciated by the fans. Honestly, we love having the music videos, and they all turned out dope. So we'll move forward. Clean again, a short one, another acoustic. Didn't expect uh, one acoustic song, so the fact that we got two is even better. Although this one's a little short. But this is another one of the Matt's talent showcases, pretty much. Um, I mean, his voice is amazing. Like, like that's amazing. It is amazing. Like I could listen to this all day. So beautiful. So beautiful. It's a really good song title. I really like that song title. As you know, they've announced that they're going to be moving or they're going to be changing their name from slaves to something else. Um, you know, because of everything that's been going on. Um, but their name, represented, slaves to, like drug abuse and stuff like that. So Clean Again is I really like that title for a track, and especially a track like this. It fits it very well, and I think this shows more than anything that Matt can write lyrics. You know, I mean, it shows that the band can write songs too, but Matt can write lyrics for sure, and that's greatly appreciated. So as we move forward, Secrets. We only got 2 songs left. Secrets I heard for the first time on the record release stream that they did the other night. Uh, Super different from the majority of the other songs on the album, in my opinion. It's a lot more faster paced. It's a lot more, um, upbeat, and it's very very good. Um, the choruses are all amazing. The song just moves, no breaks, and the album's so good. There's not a bad song on the album. And Matt right here killing it. It's this is another one of those songs where I don't really have much to say. It's a different style than some of their other stuff. It's upbeat, it's fast, it's different, and it's killer. That's all there is to say about it. Finally, Like I Do, which is a great song to end the track on. Got Matt playing the acoustics at the start. Another relatable song, with the chorus being "No one fucks with me like I do." Um, I mean, this album, just listen to it. Honestly, that's all I'm gonna say. If you are a fan of rock or this type of genre, check out this band. Check out this album. It is so fantastic. Um, it just gets better and better. They keep killing it, and I'm so excited to see what else they have in store. I really, really hope that Matt stays in the band, honestly, because, um, like I said before, he fits in so well, and he's so talented. Uh, to Zach and Weston and Felipe and Colin, you guys are fucking awesome. You guys know how to make tracks that go super, super hard. Um, my mind is blown. I've been waiting for this album for over a year now, and it definitely did not disappoint. I'm so thankful that it's here, um, and I can't wait for the next one. So let me know what you guys thought about Slave's new album called To Better Days. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Did you like it? Did you not? What are your favorite songs on it? Um, and I want to hear your thoughts on if they did a deluxe version. What songs from Beautiful Death would you want them to re-record? Personally, I would want them to re-record. Let me just pull it up. I would want them to record. I know a lot of artists The Pact with Matt would be super interesting to hear. I think he could kill that. And then Warning from My Demons would be so awesome to hear, in my opinion, because I've heard those live. They played those at the record release the other night, and they were fucking awesome. So a studio version of those would be super awesome to hear. So this is a long video. We're approaching 21 minutes here. So if you're still here, please go ahead and subscribe, like the video, comment, and share. And thank you so much for being here. I know the reactions have been, you know, sparse as of late. We just finished the summer class this week, so reaction videos should be coming out on a more steady basis from now on. Grateful to have that class out of the way. Thank you guys so much for being here. We will see you in the next video, and that's all. Peace.